In this video, we're going to review the present tense. It's a method of changing the ending of verbs so that you can tell who is doing the action. There are several different verb tenses in Spanish. There's present, there's past, there's future. But for the time being, we're just going to be talking about things happening now. There are also two charts in this video that you'll want to copy down, and I will let you know when it's time to write those. But for now, just pay attention. You've got there's three verb families in Spanish. We categorize them by the ending that they have. This is the AR family, ER family, and IR family. It's pretty simple. Every verb in Spanish is going to end in either of these three. What we do to communicate using these verbs is change this ending by completely taking it away and replacing it with some other spelling or some other letters to indicate who's doing the action. Let's take a closer look. No need to write this part down yet. This is just an explanation. You have your stem of a verb. The stem tells you the meaning, that this means speak. Well, we don't know who is speaking at this point because we have our AR ending. In order to tell who is speaking, we have to change this by getting rid of the AR and replacing it with O for I speak, AS for you speak, and A for he or she speaks, amos for we speak, and an for they speak or you all speak. So you can see in this chart how it actually works. You'll want to pause the video at some point and copy this chart into your notebook. Hablo, hablas, habla, hablamos, hablan. We've totally taken away the AR off of the verb and we replace the AR with different spellings. And this means I speak, you speak, he or she speaks, or the respectful way of saying you. We speak, they speak, or you all speak. It works the same way with this verb, mirar, because it's also in the same family. Miro, miras, mira, miramos, miran. It also works the same with the verb escuchar, to listen. Escucho, escuchas, escucha, escuchamos, escuchan. I listen, you listen, he listens, she listens, we listen, they listen. So as you can see, it's really important to be careful with how you're ending your verb because it carries a lot of information. It tells us that it's happening now in the present and who is doing the action. Make sure you copy this chart into your notes. Now we're going to move on and talk about verbs that end in an ER. They're slightly different than verbs that end in AR. Once again, you have the stem. COM means eat. When we change the ER, it tells us who eats. O for I eat. Es for you eat. Come for he or she eats. Comemos for we eat. Comen for they eat or you all eat. Let's look at an IR verb. The stem tells us it means live. Our ending is going to be who. Vivo is I live. Sorry, there's a mistake in the PowerPoint. This should say I live. Vives would be you live. Vive would be he or she lives. Vivimos would be, and we have to be careful with this one because it is spelled with an I. The others are the same as ER verbs, but this one is special. It's going to be IMOS for we live, and viven for they live. So again, sorry about the typo here. It's supposed to say live. This chart is the second chart that you want to copy into your notes. Everything that you see in the chart, even this column over here, we have the verb to eat, como, comes, come, comemos, comen. To live, vivo, vives, vive, vivimos. We're careful to make sure this is an I because it's an IR verb. Viven. Recibo, recibes, recibe, recibimos, reciben. After copying this chart, you can press play and there's a practice. This is the práctica guiada, the guided practice. We're going to make short sentences by changing the verb ending to match the subject. So, using your notes, see if you can conjugate the verb comer. Conjugate is just a fancy word for change the ending. Once you get the hang of it, you can finish and go through all the way to 10, and we will check your answers in class. If you need an example, we can do number 1 together. Los alumnos. Well, that is multiple people. If I go back here to my chart, I can see right here that this category is for they. It's for groups that are plural, like los alumnos. And that chart tells us that we replace this ER with an EN. So it should be los alumnos comen. Try the rest on your own.